Hi everyone, welcome to Aerofly FS2 Flight Simulator. So this is a flight simulator that natively supports virtual reality. It's a very realistic flight simulator. It costs $50, so it's pretty pricey. And you can fly a ton of different airplanes in it, and you can choose from a variety of different real-life airports and weather conditions and all sorts of variables. Now, personally, I don't know anything about flying airplanes. I don't think I've played an actual flight simulator since I was like 10 years old, so this should be pretty interesting. So you can fly anything from these huge passenger jets to tiny little one-person crafts or even fighter jets. I'm not really sure which one I want to fly. Let's just fly Delta Airlines. Okay, let's start. Loading, alright. Whoa, okay. I'm in the air already. I guess I shouldn't be pitching down. I am at, I believe, SFO Airport. And I'm heading to Moffett Field. So, yeah, here we go. Look, this is the SF Bay. I'm actually just going to spin around and take a look at the view around here. The graphics are really good in this game. Now let's see how they look when we get a little closer though. See if I can spin my plane all the way around. Come on. Yeah, they don't look that great once you get closer, but you're not actually supposed to get this close. Oh god, hold up, hold up. We don't want to kill all our passengers. Okay, let's get back on course. Now there's a set of controls up at the top of your vision that's impossible to see if you actually center your vision with VR. So instead of those controls, which are really easy to understand, you have to use the in-flight controls. And I only did a couple of the tutorial missions. There's about 25 training missions. All I learned how to do was like roll and pitch and throttle, so I don't actually know how to read any of these instruments. Pretty cool that the throttle and the joystick move around, although they're completely different from where my hands are, but that's understandable. And yeah, so if you're really into flying airplanes, then there's the yaw with the rudder pedals. If you're really into flying airplanes, then you will probably love this game because it's really immersive in VR. The graphics look really good, especially when you're up in the air like this. It really looks like I'm just in an airplane flying around. I actually want to try a different plane, one that's a little more maneuverable. So let's try like a fighter jet. Yeah, the F-18. Okay, so it looks like it just plops you right back where you were. I don't know if you can actually shoot the guns, but you can spin around. Sweet. Let's get down closer. Real close. Yeah, so it's just a flat image. Oh god, oh god! I crashed. Oh man, it looks really bad when you're super close. That's okay though. Okay. But yeah, when you're up in the air, like, the graphics look awesome. It's tripping me out because I've seen this view so many times flying into SFO. And when I was looking on the locations, it had like every airport on the west coast of the US. I didn't see any other airports. So I'm not sure how many total airports there are, and I know there's like DLC. You can pay $10 and unlock the Switzerland, so you can fly through like the Swiss Alps and stuff, which actually sounds pretty cool. But this game costs $50, so I'm not about to spend another $10 on it. Hey, that's Moffett Field. Okay. I totally overshot my destination. That's okay though. And yeah, this is really enjoyable to play with the HOTAS, or the hands-on. Wait, what is it? Hands-on flight and no. Hands-on throttle and stick. HOTAS. It's really enjoyable to play with this setup. Oh, this is so cool. Seeing all these real areas. Oh. Not quite the same maneuverability as my ships in Elite Dangerous. Let's go off into the wilderness. I wonder how far you can go. I did do quite a bit of fiddling with the bindings. So by default, even though it will detect your flight stick setup, it's not going to have a bunch of the keys bound. So you're going to have to do a lot of binding yourself. I did not see any bindings for like weapons or anything. So even though you can fly these jets, it's not like you can rain down hell on the trees or the houses or whatever. It's all about just flying around and mainly enjoying the scenery and the realistic flight controls, of which I am not using properly. But that's okay. It's easy enough to fly in a straight line, or fly upside down. Yeah, these textures don't look too hot. I have it on the highest graphics setting right now, but the good thing is that it runs really well. And this is an early access game, so it's a bit dicey that it's a $50 game and they're selling DLC in early access, but it is what it is. But there are going to be improvements coming, maybe new planes or whatever. There's already plenty of planes though, and different skins and stuff that you can use on the planes. One improvement they need to make is moving the freaking UI menu thing away from the top of your vision, because in VR, any mechanic where you have to like move your eyes to the very edge of the screen or to the edge of the lenses is not a good mechanic, because you should never be doing that. You should always be looking in the sweet spot and moving your head around. So there should be some way to anchor this UI to a point, and then I can just move my head up to look at it, or down. But it's probably for the best if I just figure out how to use the actual in-flight controls. Let's see. Turn on autopilot? No. So I'm just completely off course at this point. Seeing how far I can fly. Let's see if they just rendered all of America. They may very well have. And after doing this, I almost want to drop $10 on the Switzerland DLC, just to fly through like the snowy mountains and stuff. That'd be really fun. And it's extremely immersive, even though the controls are not completely lined up with where my hands are, and even though that button is floating in the air, it feels really cool to be flying and to see these like nearly photorealistic graphics down there. Yeah, simulation games are definitely one of the best, if not the best genre for VR. I know a lot of people who have the Vive are all about room scale, but simulation games, in terms of immersion, I would say are even more immersive than room scale. I still love room scale. It's just an amazing format for VR games, but simulation games, flight simulations, driving simulations, as long as you have the correct peripherals, like a HOTAS setup or a racing wheel, they're right up there with the room scale games in terms of fun, and they're definitely the most immersive VR experiences that you can have at the moment. Let's go down a little bit closer to the ground. Yeah, my plan was to do the entire tutorial and actually like learn how to fly properly before I started this video. But the entire tutorial is referring to this UI element that floats up above your vision, and I just could not handle straining my eyes so hard to look up to the very edge of my lenses. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see what I'm talking about in the preview window, because it usually cuts off the top of the lenses. A lot of VR games will appear to have a very limited FOV in my videos, and that's because the preview window is basically chopping off this circular image and only showing you a limited FOV of the already limited VR FOV. So if you're worried about the tiny FOV, don't. It's bigger when you're actually in the headset. And yeah, this is pretty cool because I'm just flying across America. It's a really just chill experience. I mean, it's not like there's a bunch of crazy gameplay elements for me to manage here. I'm just flying in a straight line. But it's really cool because the graphics are so realistic from up here, and it's just America, and it just stretches out there. I mean, I wonder how far I can go. Like, can I go to South America or what? I think I'll be putting a lot of time into this one, just flying around and chilling out when I'm bored. Seeing how far I can go. One place I know I can't go is Switzerland. Not until I drop $10. You might have noticed when you crash in this game, you don't just blow up and freaking explode. I'll just go crash myself right now. You just kind of spin around and then you get put back in the air, roughly where you were. Here we go. Oh, that's a lot of spinning. A little extreme in VR to spin you around that much, but luckily I don't get motion sickness, so I'm fine. I should go to like the Grand Canyon or something. What's that over there? Let's go check that out. Is that like a lake or something? Slow it down. I can't tell. It actually looks pretty pixelated from here. Not as good as the rest of the environment. Here we go. Let's go fly down into this canyon here and see if we can handle some low altitude flying. Oh god. No, this does not look good for me. It's gonna happen again. Oh, I didn't spin around that time. But I am loading now. Well, I think the game crashed. Because it's just, I'm sitting here in the VR like waiting screen, and the game is just frozen on my monitor. But that has been Aerofly FS2 Flight Simulator. That's just a small taste of the game. There's a ton more airplanes you can fly. There's a ton more locations you can go to. You can set up the weather. The flight controls are very realistic. So if you actually know about flying, then it's probably going to be a lot more enjoyable for you. For me, I can just do the basic pitch, roll, rudder, and throttle, which is really all you need to play this game and to just fly around and enjoy yourself and enjoy the scenery. So if that sounds appealing to you, if you have a flight stick set up, then I would definitely check this out. It is a $50 game though, so it's kind of steep. But it's a high quality game and it is in early access, so more improvements will be coming. And I can forgive some of the weird crashing and bugs that I saw in here for now. So check this out if it looks appealing to you and if you're into flight simulation games. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Check out my channel if you're into virtual reality. Have a great day, and goodbye. And Moo Grunt. Looks like he is chasing another guy. Don't get too focused on that, Moo Grunt. I'm in your ass right now.